Blades fans, subscribe to Blades Ramble. Up the Blades.
YouTube channel, click and play. Jimmy Ramble's got a lot to say. Previews, transfers every week. Blades Rambles where fans speak. Match day coming, hearts on fire. Predictions sure to inspire. Transfer rumors, who's coming through. Jimmy's got the latest news. Blades Ramble, come on down. Best show in our little town. 90 after 90 calling you. Share your thoughts, red and true. And calls in, hash and high. Opinions flying through the sky. Win or lose, we stand tall. Jimmy's there to hear it all. Sheffield to the world we go. Every week the numbers grow. Blades Ramble, family strong. Join the crew where you belong. Blades Ramble, come on now. Best show in our little town. 90 after 90 calling you. Share your thoughts, red and
true. What is happening, Blades? And welcome back to the Blades Ramble. I am, of course, Jimmy, and this is your retro ramble. First things first, because it's been a while since I've done this, obviously. Can you hear me all right? Can you hear me okay? Let me know that first, and then we can get going properly. I can see some comments flying in already. And if you weren't dancing along to that intro that we hadn't had a chance to play for ages, you're lying. You're absolutely lying, because it's a right bop. All good, says Danny. Thank you, mate. Loud and clear. Love to hear it. Thank you. Thank you to everybody for joining me on this very unsociable time of day. I appreciate those that can make the time to dip in and join me in. I'm gonna sort of refrain from self-indulgence as much as I can, but it would be remiss of me not to thank and appreciate how far we've come and it is a we. This is honestly, I would not be where I am without so many people. I do want to get into it, and I will. Obviously, we'll go through the comments and we'll get into your thoughts and any memories you want to sort of jog and things like that. But before I thank everybody, I'm just going to refresh some people's memories on why. And some of you that may not have joined us till a little bit later may not know or may not have experienced some of these highlights. But I put together a little highlight package as to what we've done on the Ramble. Just a few, to be honest. I haven't managed to get everything in. You know, that I could have gone on forever because there's been so many funny moments and a few low moments. But it's I'm just going to play you this, and then we'll hopefully it'll jog some of your memories. And those that have been there since, you know, the canoe to 200 subscribers and climb the tree to 3. Open the door to 400 subscribers, all that sort of rubbish that we were doing back in the day. Yeah, it might just jog some of your memories to some, you know, we're great going down memory lane doing this. So this is one for the old school, but also for those that have recently joined us. And thank you so much for doing that. Hope you enjoy. And this is a little bit about where the Rambles come from, I suppose.
What's happening, Blade? So I've been threatening to do this for ages, and it's here now. So hope you like it. It's a new Blades channel.
What's happening, Blades? What's happening, Blades? What's happening, Blades? What's happening, Blades? I got a private message on Twitter from Dozy. Oh, How does him a pussy?
What a goal from George Bulldog! Finished by Oliver Burnley.
This is the man that sort of moulded my opinions on football and sort of shaped me and how I view things. So, without any further ado, welcome to the Ramble, Andy the Blade.
I can't believe it. You're going to be setting me up here. I know you are. I know you value my opinion because you nick all my opinions and put them on Blades Ramble.
What's happening, Blades? How's it going? I think we're live. I think we're good to go. I'm trying to get the right sort of angle. Don't really know what I'm doing, if I'm honest. So, welcome to the first ever Blades Ramble live. Ridiculous. What is happening, Blades? And welcome back to the Blades Ramble. And this is the first ever Ramble live phone-in.
McBurney has been the bane of my life since he's arrived at Sheffield United. How many goals has he got? How many good games has he played for us? Yeah, but he's good at defensive headers. Oh, yeah, great stuff. He's 20-odd million centre-forward. Shelby McBurney jogs around in them bloody coloured boots. It's like
his boots got to do it.
It's like it's no, I know. Has anybody ever seen McBurney sprint? By the way,
I didn't even ask you about McBurney.
I know. Anyway, besides that, I like him.
Prince Abdullah, welcome to the Blades Ramble. Thank you for coming on. It's very much appreciated.
Thank you very much. I managed to put a smile after hours of crying, but anyway.
I've got to go, so I'll be back on later. Unfortunately, I've just been given the call for my food.
It looks like he's finished his tea now, so I'm going to bring in Jamie. How's it going? What have you had?
Dumplings. They were very, very nice.
You ditched me for dumplings.
I'm Hamza Chowdhury.
What do you look like?
Blades fans, subscribe to Blades Ramble. Up the Blades.
Ruby in a red dress, just a little temptress,
Always in a good mood. Love it.
Smelling brain.
No, he says smelly brain. How does he know my brain
Smelly
smells?
brain. Smelly brain. For those that aren't aware, due to a violation of the circumvention policy, we have deleted your channel, the Blades Ramble. It's been a terrible time. So close to full deletion through a complete mistake at their end.
Better than before, probably. I'm on. Can you see that I'm on a stream, Doug? Thanks. Sorry, mate. Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Mate, I'm live on the internet. Can you just give me a minute? Thank you. Sorry, mate.
I can confidently come on here now and say it looks like Chris Wilder will be leaving Sheffield United. I might be wrong. I'd have to have a look. Oh, you're upside down, Lewis. Live from Australia.
Probably the simplest way of making that happen is to put the top.
Yeah, I agree. So it's not a case of would you want to see it, it's will he? That was the question.
I mean, again, I don't know.
I know you don't know because we can't predict it. Do you think you will?
I don't know.
I know you don't know. Do you think you will?
I hope so. I don't know if he will.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know. That's not.
Get those splinters out of your backside and tell me if he's playing two up top at the weekend. It's a yes or no.
Fine, yes.
I don't think he is, Dave. I think you're wrong. New manager announced, says Blades. No, not yet.
Stop you. It has.
Sheffield United have moved swiftly to fill the managerial hot seat at Bramall Lane, appointing a boss with Premier League and Championship experience. Ruben Sellers is in.
This is the view from the mountain, with a heart so pure it's astounding. Man, mountain strong and true. What a man, what a view.
What sort of year?
Well, I'll give you a clue. He was a soldier for the Nazis.
Fair dues.
Oh, God, oh, man.
Then he came over and played football. He bust his neck in a game during a final, and he played on for 15 minutes with his head like this to one side. and carried on. Get
serves him right.
Get concussion rules. This guy was. I'll play on, lads. I'll play on. Don't worry, I'm fine. It's your bet. Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah. I'm all right. Broken neck.
You know,
just run
I
it
don't
off,
want to
mate. Run it off, mate. Yeah, be right. Yeah.
Oh God! Right. Right.
The refereeing, Jesus, my God.
It's so frustrating, but it's so few and far between.
Are you seasoning it there, Jim?
I am,
Wow.
yeah. Don't drink and ramble, people. That's the message out of this one. But
Don't even start. I knew it. Right, sod you then. It's late.
No.
It's late.
There we go. Look, his blackcurrant juice is here.
The problem for us. Do we disagree? Are we not on the page here? Are we on?
Oh yeah, we're on the page. We're on the page.
Yeah, I was a bit annoyed we didn't sort of. I know we didn't want it to be a bloodbath because we need our players, but I just think we should have left a few more mitts on, a few more. Left a little calling card on a couple of others, and I was really surprised when I saw City Pep come on that he didn't lay. So I don't think Robinson's form's that bad. Am I allowed to say that on the stream or not?
No, you are. Yeah, of course you are. Yeah.
I don't think his form's bad, and I don't know. It's hard, isn't it? It's horses for courses, and it works. I still think that Bruce's got a big part to play. I think he'll be a big player for us. For me and you, I think he'd be off the bench, wouldn't he? But Sariki could be a great option on that right-hand side. For me, through the most sublime ball of the game today.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. What's that? Read that.
I've just been at the fountain. This is the live stream directly after the announcement that Chris Wilder has returned to Sheffield United.
How many subs you on, by the way, now? Do you want to have a check?
Sounds like you've had a check.
Well done.
We've done it, haven't we?
Well done.
I cannot tell you how much it means for 10,000 people to click subscribe to somebody talking absolute gibberish about Sheffield United.
Come on, you red and white wizards. Love your mum. And up the blades.
I get a bit emotional watching that, which sounds ridiculous to some, I know, but it's been a long road, hasn't it? But a brilliant one. And during that time, I've left my job to do this full time, and that wouldn't be possible without the support of the sponsors and the patrons and people who subscribe and watch us. Really, it's an incredible thing that we've all done collectively. So I mean, I've got to say thank you first and foremost to John Asquith of Action Coach and My Business Coach, who has supported me from very, very early on. Also, Aaron from VMB Auto Centres, High Point Access have also been huge sponsors of the channel for a long time. We've since taken on Wellstone Landscapes, Paul Rose, who's currently he's responsible for the works that have gone on at Ramble HQ here as well. Thank you to Paul and CRS Repair Solutions. There's also obviously I don't want everybody knows the sponsors that are linked down below, but I want to say thank you to them for their continued support. This does allow me to do it full time, as does the support of our Platinum Ramblers, and there will be more to come for the Platinum Ramblers after hitting this milestone. I cannot thank you enough. Particularly, you know, there's names that people know, like Mr. Vancouver, Nick Cook, Dave Morwood, Jamie Dumpling start giving out memberships to people, but there's people that they know because they're such generous donators. That's never something that I take for granted or anything like that, nor is it expected. Thank you to everybody that does support us that way. But there's also people that you may never have heard of. There's people like Susan, like Paul, like there's loads behind the scenes. I mean, Gaz Dunn, who comes on a little bit regularly now, but he's been on he was our second ever caller on our live stream, second ever. You know, Lewis and Brett have come into the group who are have taken to it like ducks to water, but other people who don't necessarily comment as much but have been there for a long time. Robert Kerr has been on a couple of phone-ins, but has never It isn't really a regular face that you might recognise, but he was our first ever Rambler, and he's been with us throughout the journey. All these people have been absolutely incredible. Obviously, there's other names that I need to talk. Jamie Dumpling, I think, look, he's. I don't think he realises how well liked he is in and amongst not just people that watch him, but in and amongst the group. He says some daft things at times, and he can laugh it off as well. It always amazes me that he wasn't even born for the triple assault season. It makes me feel so old. But Jamie's been a brilliant addition to the channel. He's sort of led the way with Ramble on the Road. Thank you to everybody that does those for us. Big T's taking a lot of those on recently as well. Brett, just fantastic. Clark, he's done some as well. I was watching back some of those as well recently. It's just been incredible where we've come from. Obviously now we've got Lee Edridge involved a lot more in the channel, Bald Lee. In fact, for those that haven't seen it, we've got to give Lee his just desserts, haven't we?
Yeah, that's Bali.
Yeah, I mean, most of you will know Lee by now, but you might not know Sean. You might not know Tommy Tuchel. Some of these old school Dry Bry. I'm going to shout out Dry Bry as well, who's doing great with his own channel when Saturdays come. We've always been a huge advocate here of there's more than enough room for everybody. We're not going to do down any other channels. We're not going to slag anybody else off because it's whatever you like. And Bry, he comes from the Ramble pool, doesn't he? He's one of ours, and he's always been a Ramble supporter, and he'll continue to be, and we'll support him too. Doing a great job, and really proud of you, mate, and carry on. There's loads, and I don't want to miss anybody out. I feel like I will if I carry on naming names, but obviously a couple of the big hitters, or a few of the big hitters, Jordan Motson, I don't think he gets enough credit sometimes for some of the work he does on these, particularly the watch-alongs with us, but he's also on other stuff like football therapy with us now. He's been an incredible support, both on and off camera to me. Yeah, he's been a breath of fresh air on the channel, really, and a top guy. And then the two big dogs, which I suppose people will come back to, is Dave the Nose and the Man Mountain. And I love these boys. I love everybody associated with the Ramble, but these two, we started a Patreon only show called Three Mardy Blades. Maybe 80. I'm useless with timelines, but it might have been 18 months ago. And immediately we had what we felt was really good chemistry, and it's grown from there. Really, it got to the point where I'm saying I love that we've got something so special to offer our patrons, but I want everybody to be able to see this and what we can do, and that is one of our biggest shows now. Three Mardy Blades every Sunday at 7 o'clock or around that time, whenever we can make it. Sometimes it's 2 MB, but I love it. I love the chemistry we've got, and Man Mountain's branched out and does his own bits on View from the Mountain, which have temporarily taken a bit of a backseat as we sort of get football therapy up and going. Dave the Nose has run his own streams as well. It's been brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I've made friends for life from this channel, and as much as I now benefit individually from being able to do it as a full-time job, which I do, and it's never lost on me that. The biggest plus to come out of this is the community that we have collectively built. Ian in the again, I don't want to miss anybody, but Ian, who is like, we call him the gatekeeper in the chats. He's a mod in the chats. Thank you to all our mods, Bry, Will, everybody that does help us out. Scott's been helping us out as well in the past, but Ian keeps everybody in check in the chat, makes sure it's a respectful and honest place for everybody. Everybody feels like they're comfortable to give their opinion, just like we have in the video chats as well. Like when we're live on stream, Ian is there to marshal everyone and make sure everybody's staying in line and sticking to what it's not like a strict rule thing, but it's just berate with everybody. And if you might disagree with what they say, but just respect that somebody else has got a different opinion. and because of that, people feel like they can open up and say what they need to say, and I love that about the community. I also love. I have to thank Eki Out Sal and Layman Dave, who's stopped going to games now, and obviously the channel MVP, Andy the Blade. I mean, I'm keen to get Eki Out Sal on a stream because she won't, and they're still in Texas at the moment. But my Aunt Sal knows her stuff, and that's not me blowing smoke. That's me being right. Even my dad, who if you hadn't already guessed, we come from a family that are absolute mick takers out of each other. So whenever we see each other, it's not, are you all right? It's what are you doing here? And all these sort of things. That's just how we are as a family. But my dad will tell you as well. She really knows the stuff. Sal and Eki Out Sal. It's a call. Now that we've got 10,000 subscribers, I'd like you to come on, even if it's a private stream just to Patreons, because most of them know you anyway now because they've seen you in Triple Point. But yeah, love to get my Aunt Sal on, who comes to every home game that she can, season ticket holder with me and my dad. My dad has been an incredible addition to the channel. He's my favourite guest, and I don't make any apologies for saying that, but it's not, I don't script anything that we do on the channel. Like now, I've not got any notes or anything, so I'm bound to forget someone. So I apologise if I haven't mentioned anybody that I should be doing. But yeah, my dad, you all know my dad. You all love my dad. Well, I don't know what I can't say enough how special it is for me to be able to have my dad on the channel and share these memories with him. I'm just looking back at some of those moments. That is just him. He'd be doing that on or off camera. He'd have the Hamza Chowdhury wig on when I go round to his house and tell me he's Hamza Chowdhury, or he'd be ranting about McBurney. Whether he's not doing it to act up, and none of us do that. And that's another special thing about the channel. I think it's just real, isn't it? It's just, and it don't mean he's right. It's just his opinion. So absolutely delighted. I have to, obviously, my girls are everything. My family is everything. And I'm trying to find a bit more of a balance to what we do. So I can spend a bit of time with them. Things like half terms and stuff like that. I'm a little bit more flexible and able to do more stuff with them now, which is great, but it just means I'm very busy. But Mrs. Ramble puts up with so much. And the fact that, like today, for example, I'm doing 4 live streams today. What is that about? 4 live streams. It's most I think I've ever done. But she then has to do all running around for kids and sort the teas out and all that sort of stuff. And she knows I love it. She knows it's good for my mental health. She knows it's, what I want to be doing. So she supports me with it. And she's the reason that the channel is where it is, because, not many would put up with my schedule, if you like. And just touching on that in terms of mental health, I think that is something I'll continue to be an advocate of and speak up about. I don't ever want to come across as preachy, but I do think it's important that when you've got a bit of a platform, that you are comfortable talking about it, and that you let people know that despite whatever situation you might appear to be in, I'll never lie to anybody. If I'm feeling quite low or whatever it might be, I'll tell you. And at the moment, I'm all right. But I might tell you I'm quite low at the beginning of a stream, and I might still be laughing through the stream and all this sort of thing. And that's not putting anything on. That's just a natural mask that we wear. So I've had a lot of people, particularly with this milestone, reach out and sort of say that they appreciate that we speak and cover mental health on the channel like we do. I wouldn't say per se we're a mental health channel. We're not. We're a Sheffield United fan channel. But I do always want people to feel comfortable that, there's always somebody around here. My direct messages are always open if anybody's struggling, but you might not need to talk to anyone, but just knowing that somebody is there if you need them, I think is really important. So if you're struggling with your own mental health, and I have been there, then please speak to somebody, or at least if you're aware of it, it's something you can figure out your own way of dealing with it. So that might be medication, that might be speaking to someone, that might be building yourself up to speaking to someone. I think just being aware that you are taking a bit of a dip is sometimes really helpful. But I'm going to mention it again, and I know I mention it whenever we do a flag in the sand sort of pod. But I was in a really bad place when I started the Blades Ramble. And apologies to those that have already heard this tale. I lost my mum in June 2022, on the 4th of June 2022. And I was really, really low. And then I needed a focus because I was in bed most days and I couldn't get out of bed. And I was on the floor, to be honest, absolutely on the floor. And Sheffield United, and this might not make sense to anybody that doesn't follow football, but Sheffield United helped pull me through that, and obviously my family as well, who were brilliant with me. I decided to start Blades Ramble to give me a focus, and the fact that United were doing well at the time was something. It was a bit of escapism for me, and being able to come on here and vent and just decompress about everything that were happening in the football world. And then it becomes addictive when you get like-minded people jumping on and saying similar stuff. And then, you start to forge these friendships with people. And as you build that community, that honestly, this is what's got me through a really dark period in my life. And it's something I do talk about from time to time, but it's true. It's the truth of the matter. So anyway, I just want to say thank you to everybody that supported us to this point. I am overwhelmed with the amount of support that we continue to have. And I think the natural next question is, what's next? What we're doing next, Jimmy? Because I always believe that you have to keep evolving and keep trying different things. And you'll stumble on a couple of things like 3 Mardy Blades, for instance. Love it. That's not going anywhere. That's not, as long as the lads are happy to continue. I love how that show is formatted, what we do, how we talk about stuff. Love it. That is, for me, that is a success story, and that is something I enjoy doing. It hits the 2 key things. I think it's what people like to see, and I enjoy doing it. And those are 2 key factors. You should never, ever do something just for the sake of doing it. So that's something as an example that will stay. But we've tried things in the past that haven't really clicked or haven't worked. I'm going to try something else now as well. I'm going to try a couple more things. So it's cyclical what we do. And obviously in the summer, there's different stuff to talk about, like transfers, but you have downtimes like international windows, and it's sporadic then, your content. So at the moment, it's a 3-game week. So I'm really busy. So we've got Countdown to Kick Off tonight. We've got Hot Off the Presser this afternoon. We'll have 90 after 90 after the game. We're doing a watch along for the game. So there's all sorts going on over this week, because then again, before the weekend, we'll be doing Hot Off the Presser for QPR, Countdown to Kick Off for QPR, 90 after 90 after QPR, 3 Mardy Blades on Sunday. So we're busy. And then when it comes to the international break, there's not much happening in terms of club football. And our stuff is reactionary or preview stuff. But there's also topics that we don't always like talking about. And I don't mean mental health or anything like that. I don't mean the really important stuff. I mean football-based topics. So will Chris Wilder tarnish his legacy if this run continues? Is Tom Cannon ever going to make it at Sheffield United? Should we cash in on Gus Hamer in January to reinvest that money into the squad and rebuild again? These are the subjects that we don't like talking about. And I think the international break is a good time to touch on some of those subjects. And I have to thank Will Sockett, who sort of pitched the idea. And once I'd heard it, I was like, how have we not been doing this? But it's a brilliant idea from Will. And I'm going to launch it in the next international window. And it'll be sporadic from there whenever there's a bit of a lull in games for Sheffield United. But we'll talk about a controversial topic, and we're going to call it Touchy Subject. So because, we're not advocating, I'm not advocating that we should or we shouldn't, we should or we shouldn't sell Gus Hamer. But I think we could potentially get one person on who thinks we should and one person on who thinks we shouldn't. And then we can go back and forth as to why and what the benefits are and what people's thoughts in the comments are. So that is one thing that we're going to be doing. But the thing that I'm most excited about, and there are other things in the works, but the thing that I'm able to talk about at the minute is a new show that we've got that might push back 90 after 90 on occasion, which is, you know, I'm loath to do because I love 90 after 90. It's our most involved show that we do. It's our most passionate show that we do. It often gets the most views on the channel. A lot of people say that subs are vanity, views are sanity, because it doesn't really matter how many subs. So we're celebrating 10,000 subscribers, and it's an incredible milestone. But in terms of what YouTube reward you for, that's your views. And 90 after 90 is our most viewed show on a consistent basis anyway. So to potentially sacrifice that for the odd occasion is a risk, but I think it's a risk worth taking, because I have been speaking to the Copthorne, or the Hilton Hotel as it is now, the hotel that is attached to Bramall Lane. Not directly associated, well, it is sort of, but it's leased to the Hilton from Sheffield United, but the club don't run it, the Hilton do. So you don't speak to the club, you speak to the Hilton about anything that you're going to do there. And it's often noted that after a win, the players go back there most times, the manager goes back there, and there's a big party there, basically, or after a home win. If the atmosphere is right, if the circumstances permit. It don't mean that if we get tonked 5-0 tomorrow night and then we go and beat QPR 1-0, it don't mean there's going to be huge celebrations in the Copthorne, does it? But if we nick a point tomorrow night and then we go and do QPR 3-0, there might be some celebrations. So what I've managed to do is agree a deal for the Ramble to be, and we're going to try it because I've never done out on location properly before on my own. We're going to try and do a live stream after a home win, live from the hotel after the game, and try and capture some of that atmosphere and try and get some of the feeling, so that some of you Blades that aren't able to attend or have to watch from afar or whatever the reason is, and you just want to know what the atmosphere is like, we're going to try and capture that in this show. I'm going to call it the After Party. So we will be coming to you live from the Hilton Hotel after a home win. So 90 after 90 will fluctuate. It'll be a case of we'll schedule them in, and if we win, then we might move 90 after 90 to the following night. We'll still do 90 after 90 because we love doing it and we want to hear your opinions on it as well. But it'll be a live stream. I'll take my laptop so we can still take comments from people and everything, but I'll have a microphone and I'll be interviewing people live at the hotel and soaking up all the atmosphere. I bought a load of new gear for it. And yeah, very excited about what could be around the corner with that. So that is, well, it took me longer than I thought to get through all that. But yeah, let's get into some of your comments now and see what people are saying. So Michael's become a Rambler. Thank you, Michael. Very much appreciated, pal. Appreciate all the support. Danny says, congratulations. Keep up the good work. Thank you, my mate. Josh says, congratulations, Jimmy. I knew you'd do it. I'm going through a tough time at the minute, but listening to you almost daily helps. Just want to say thanks. Keep up the great work. Up the Blades, up the Ramble. Josh, I'm so sorry. So sorry that you're struggling. And this is what we're talking about. This is why I'm delighted that Josh is able to come on and be open about it. And because it's a big thing to let people know that you're struggling. But I genuinely think recognizing that you're struggling is the first step. So if you need anything from us, Josh, it's, mate, it's not just a thing we say to be nice. It's from people that have been there or people that just want to help. So that's what we're about, isn't it? So thank you, mate. And thank you for the kind words, but hope you're feeling better in the coming days. What an amazing channel, says Brett. Can't tell you just how much I've loved being a part of it. It feels so comfortable. It's a credit to you, Jimmy. Win, lose or draw, we're tuning to the Ramble for more. Up all the Rambles. Thank you, Brett. Appreciate you, mate. Congratulations, Jimmy, getting to 10K, says Dino. Great channel. Well deserved. Up the Blades. Up the 10K Ramble. Nice. Clarky Blade, as he loves to be known, as he calls himself. Congratulations, Jimmy. I'm joking, by the way. Deserved every bit of your success. I'm lucky enough to be off work, so to get to watch special occasion live for once. Honoured to be associated. Up the Ramble. Thank you, Clarky. Hope you feel better soon, pal. I know you've been struggling over the last few days, so yeah, sorry to hear that you're not right, but again, every cloud, innit, mate? Every cloud you get to watch a bit of the Ramble. Cal Fowler, congrats, old boy. That a nice comment from my mate, Cal Fowler. Thank you, mate. Appreciate it. I'll see you tonight. Rick says, hi, Jimmy. Hi, everyone. Looking forward to this one. Thank you, mate. Wayne says, congrats, Jimmy, and all that contribute to this great channel, onwards and upwards. Thank you, Wayne. Another Platinum Rambler that, you know, likes to, doesn't always come on screen or anything like that, but is a huge part of what we do. So thank you, Wayne. Appreciate you, mate. Phil says, if the team was half as good as the channel, we'd be laughing. Thank you, mate. That's very kind. Very kind. Lee says, looking forward to this. Brilliant achievement, Jim. And now on to the next 10K. Thank you, Lee. Bald and brilliant. Dave Morwood, congratulations, Jimmy. So well deserved. So glad I became part of this great channel and community. So many new friends. And maybe one day I'll meet you all, but I'm always there in spirit. Up all the rambles, up the blades. Dave Morwood, top Rambler. Chip Butty, thank you, mate, for a £10 super chat. Smashed it, Jimmy. Soon be 20K. Let's hope so, mate. Onwards and upwards, eh? We'll see. We'll see. I'm at the stage now. I don't know if it's just I'm getting old, Chip Butty, to be honest, but I'm trying to savor like moments, and 10K has been a huge like back of the head target for ages, and it still don't feel quite real, to be honest. But yeah, it's class. Pete says, well done, Jimmy. Thank you, mate. Congrats, mate. Says John, thank you. Congratulations on 10K, Jimmy. Well deserved. On to 15K, says Luke. Paul says, congratulations, Jimmy, mate. I'm a new subscriber and I love your Blades content. It makes me smile every day. Like the cop legend Tufty says, we go again. We'll come good and win, buddy. Up the Ramble, up the Blades. Thank you, mate. Love the theme tune, says Rick. It's class. Carl Fowler says, Christ. Mate, you can tell you've not been here that long. Oh, shit. Sugar. I nearly swore. It's a family channel as well. But that's because I've got boxes on my desk, just like old times. I'm keeping it as real as I can. Yeah, anyway. Tom says, congratulations on a milestone. Well earned. Thank you, mate. Appreciate you. Hey up, Jim, says Tom. Absolutely buzzing for you, pal. Remember watching you right at the start with the wired earphones in the kitchen. Seems like yesterday you hit 5K. I know, mate. I know. Kaiser says, this is wonderful. Thank you, mate. Dan says, congrats, Jimmy. Well deserved. Do you know what? It's going to be weird, this. And I want to make sure I read everybody's comments, and I will, but it just seems weird and a bit self-indulgent. So if I cringe through it, I do apologize. I am still very grateful. Wow, this is nostalgic, says Tom. I know, buzzing for you, bro. Keep up the graft. I will, mate. I will. Stephen says, Wilder's post-match did see a different game, or is he deluded? Sounds like says Derby battered the Blades, but Wilder needs to grow a pair and say it how it was. I think that's probably fair, Steve. I think that's probably fair, mate. And we'll get into some of that. Congrats on 10K. Top Blades channel. Well done, Jimmy. We win, mate. Up the Blades, up the Ramble. Thank you, mate. Some applause from Paul. Pete says, brilliant, Jimmy. Back to the kitchen. Up all the Rambles. Mitch says, congratulations, Jimmy. Throwback and a half with a kitchen Ramble. I know we'll have to do these every now and again, won't we? We'll have to do, because I do. It feels right. It feels right being here. Oh, yes. Brilliant, Jimmy says, Ray. I knew you would appreciate that, Ray. I knew you'd appreciate it. Jimmy, we can hear you better in here than in the studio. Matt says, I'll catch up with this. Thank you, mate. Appreciate it. Marie says, brilliant. Well done, Jimmy. Love the Ramble. Up the Blades, up the Ramble. Keep positive, Blades. Yeah, we'll try. We'll try. You were doing the cowboy step. You have got to love that intro song. Yeah, you have. Hi, Jimmy. Love the intro. Can't see the new garden. It's not quite done yet. It's not. Let me just see if I can get a teaser to. There's some decking there. Light's not great for you to see. What I'm going to do though, because it's Paul Rose of Wellstone Landscapes that's doing it for us, sponsor of the channel. Once it's all done, I'm going to put like a short up so everybody can see the brilliant work that he's done for us. Absolutely hilarious opening, Jimmy. Let's have a look. Did you end up sticking that Nigerian flag on Vinted, pal? I don't know where it is, to be honest. I don't know where it is. I need to do something like a Vinted thing because we just collect junk and never get rid. Alex says, congratulations, Jimmy. What an opening tune. Those clips of the early Ramble show it's very noticeable that the hairline's slowly going for a holiday, pal. I should know. That's Lee's last appearance on the channel. Thank you, pal, for all that you've done. See you later. GT Blade says, congratulations, Jimmy, and all involved. The coloured boots. LA Blade says, hi, Jimmy. Congrats on reaching 10K. Very well deserved. Top lad, top content. Thank you, mate. Oh, I have missed those doors, says Jamie Dumpling. You not got something to go and eat, you? Bring back Toaster Cam. Up the 10K Ramble, says Jimmy. Toaster Cam. All the classics, says Tom. That clip will forever be a highlight. I'm live on the internet. Right, thanks. Sorry, mate. Congrats again, Jimmy. Really proud of what you've achieved, especially after nearly a full deactivation of your account. I know, mate. Scott with a £10 super chat. Thank you, mate. Really appreciate that. Big congrats, Jimmy, and to all who contribute to a fantastic channel. You included, mate. Platinum Rambler, very much appreciated. The show and content just gets better and better. I catch up with every show if I can't watch it live. Up the Blades Ramble, up the Jamie Dumpling, up the Positive Blades. Top man. Super Positive Jack says, congrats, Jimmy. It was nice to see everyone on Saturday. Good to meet you too, pal, properly. P.S. We're live from the kitchen on the internet. We are indeed. We are indeed. Tim says, congrats, Jimmy, and all the team. Well deserved. Absolutely right. Hi to the garden fence. Yeah, absolutely. Love that montage. Says Lee. Well deserved. Rate good. Up all the rambles. Thank you, Shazi. Appreciate that. Gets me in a happy mood, this Top Blades channel. Thank you, Paul. Brand says, oh my God, what a throwback this is, Jim. You should start talking about how much you want Eki out. That'll be a real nostalgia right there. What are we doing with Eki? What is he doing? What is he doing, Bran? Why? Why is he sticking to that 3-5-2? Well done, Jimmy. On to the next 10K. Up the Ramble. Like and subscribe. Up the Blades. Thank you, Andrew. Appreciate that, mate. No, Ras Clark. You should not do that. Thank you very much. Joe says, congrats, Jimmy. You become a midweek and match day fixture. You've given a lot of people more ways to engage with Sheffield United and the game we love. We appreciate you. Up the Blades, up the Ramble, onto 20K. Thank you, mate. Thank you. That's lovely. I thought I got away with not having the new song played until after the montage had finished. How wrong was I? Well, there you go. There you go, mate. Sonny Glasby. Ridiculous. £20 super chat from the man who sponsors Ramble FC and Behind the Ramble with Glasby's Pallets. Thank you, Sonny, mate. Jimmy, congratulations on your incredible achievement. All the Ramblers know the effort you put in, and it shows through the fantastic community you've created. You're a true gent, and well done. Can we hit 20K? Up the Ramble. We're greedy, some of us, aren't we? We are greedy for 20K. Let me enjoy the 10. Let me enjoy the 10, boys and girls. Shazi says, some of those clips were so old, we were winning games. I know. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Jared with a £10 super chat. Thank you, mate. Seeing you back in the kitchen had me instantly reliving those losing every week in the Prem. Somehow we're still suffering in the Championship too. But 10K and a win today. Unreal, mate. Absolutely. Well, win tomorrow. Well deserved. Up the Ramble. Thank you, mate. Thank you, pal. Will says, God, it feels like when I first started watching, camera quality included. Yeah, we're live on the, and I've just nearly smacked it again. We're live on the webcam because setting up the camera was just not going to happen today. Congrats, mate. Really, really well deserved to you and all the lads and lasses involved. Thank you, mate. Andrew says, you're old. Been following Blades for 50 plus years. You're a young whippersnapper. Jamie Dumpling, a wee bairn. Yeah, absolutely that. Francis, seriously though, pal, congrats. Leaving full-time employment for this was a real leap of faith when you have a young family, but you're following a dream, and that's admirable, Jim. John Asquith is the reason I did that. And I trust my business coach implicitly, and that only strengthened that trust because he was the one that helped me believe that I could do it. I've always been reluctant to take a risk. I'm adverse to change, but I was unhappy doing what I was doing. And I think that, you know, I could always get another job, couldn't I? If it didn't work, I could always get another job. That's why I got the taxi license, because, you know, if everything went bang, or, you know, which it nearly did, didn't it? Ultimately, unfortunately, I'd always have something to fall back on. And it wasn't like irresponsibly, like leaving a job and leaving my family potentially in a sticky spot, because I would never do that. But because I had a safety net, I was able to take that leap of faith. But yeah, thank you, Bran. It's the best thing I've done, certainly career-wise. Paul says, hey up, Jimmy, well-deserved achievement on the 10K. Oh my God, we're a blast from the past. Andy the Blade in his coloured boots, Man Mountain, and I'm live on the internet. And Dave the Nose with his smelly brain. Yeah, absolutely, mate. Absolutely. Chris says, massive congrats, Jimmy. You deserve everything this channel has brought to you. I've loved watching your progress and your content so much. Your journey has been just brilliant, mate. Thank you, pal. Appreciate that. Please not ring me while it interrupts this. Tom, diligent as ever, 150 watching and only 47 likes. Come on, everyone, let's boost this celebration. Don't worry about it. Thank you, mate. I appreciate that. John says, well done, Jimmy. Remember the kitchen days, up the blades, up all the rambles. Cooler King with a £10 super chat. Thank you, my friend. Congratulations, Jimmy, on the 10K and to the community you've built from scratch. The channel is going from strength to strength. All you need now is some breathtaking football to talk about. It takes me breath away, Cooler King, but not in the best of ways. Long may you keep it up, says Paul. Up the blades, up all the rambles. Like and subscribe. 20K is not too far away. I'd say we're about 50% of the way there, Paul, to be honest. Beyond says, first comment on YouTube from subscriber number 267. Congrats and very well done. Thank you, mate. Thank you. Appreciate that. Tom says, football and blades aside, Jim, one of the biggest things you've done since starting this is opening up about your personal battles. People will suffer in silence, but seeing someone they associate with going through things too will make them feel less alone in battles. So thank you for that too. Thank you, mate. Thank you. That's most important, really. Most important. Dodgy Motson says, huge congratulations from over here in Fuerteventura, pal. Long live the Ramble. Thanks for letting me be a part of a fantastic channel and a great community. Up the blades, up the Ramble. Thank you, Geordie boy, for everything you do. Gaz, the man in black, says, congratulations, pal. Well deserved. Affirmative to you, sir. Thank you very much. William says, well done, Jimmy. Always look forward to the Rambles. Win, lose, or draw, you always cheer us up, even though when you're down in the dumps, you keep us all going. Up the Ramble, up the blades. It's just... it's real, isn't it, pal? It's real, Will. It's how we're feeling, and it's not sugar coated. It's not, and I would appreciate that. That's how I always try and think of the content. What would I want to watch? And I try and put similar stuff out. So it won't work for everybody. I understand that. But hello, Jimmy. I always listen to every show. We'll never know how much you and the team help my mental health. Up the Ramble. Thank you, mate. John says, well done and stay honest. That's all we need, Jim. Up the blades, up the Ramble from a fellow Wezzy Blade. Wezzy Blade. Nice one, pal. Thank you. Kev says, congratulations, Jimmy. Well deserved. Still the best channel on YouTube. Up the blades, up the Ramble. That's very kind of you, mate. John says, congrats on the 10K, Jimmy. Only recently found this channel. Very glad I have, even if I'm a Blues fan. So am I, mate. Thank you for joining us. That's amazed me as well. The fact that I don't doubt that if we were talking about their club, they might be interested in the odd video that we do. Like if it's Blades against Blues, or I know we've got a lot of Leeds fans in from our relationship with Connor. There's some Cov fans here as well, and they might join and sort of enjoy the Coventry content and then just dip out because obviously it's not their club. But the amount of people that have stayed with the channel blows me away, really. So thank you to everybody that's done that. So if you're not a Blade watching, then great, thank you. Sheila's Wheels says, congratulations, Jimmy, on the 10K. Best Blades channel around. Looking forward to reaching 11K. Thank you, mate. Dave the Nose, he really knows, says, we'll catch up later, but congrats, mate. Well deserved given the effort you put in. Proper flashback to the brickwork in the background. Yeah, I know, mate. I know. Up the Ramble. Up Dave the Nose. Well, we said that last night, didn't we? Up the nose or something like that. Anyway. Blaze Ray says, clearly a good lad because there's not even 10K Sheffield United fans. All Leeds, aren't we? Oh, my God, Roy. Oh, my God. Big T says, just got on, pal. Loving old school. Thank you, mate. Big Tony, who's going to take over the mantle from Ramble on the Road now that Jamie Dumpling's off to Oz, I think. It's open to any Platinum Ramblers, as you know, but people are loving Big Tony's work. Romeo Dunn says, thank you for everything. You lift my mood and congratulations. Up the Ramble. Thank you, mate. Sean says, live after a home win, might be waiting a while. Congrats on the 10K. I know, mate. I know. That is the thing. That is the thing. PJ Touring says, morning, Jimmy. Congrats on the 10K. Sounds like you have great ideas. Enjoy watching your great content from a Leeds fan. Up the Ramble. Thank you, mate. Mark Meldrew, back in the kitchen. What a sight. Congratulations, Jimmy. Great achievement. Nothing but a top bloke to us all. It's a pleasure to be a part of, even if I am negative. Here's to the next 10K. Thank you, mate. You are a huge part of the channel as well. And I don't ever want you to underestimate the impact you have on other people. Dino says, just caught you at dinner. Congrats to you and the lads. Good idea. The Copthorne one. Thank you, mate. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting it going. Congrats, Jimmy. 10K, never in doubt. Lots of hard work up the Ramble, says the Punk Squad. Well deserved. Double the views any other Blades channel last month. Thank you, mate. Thank you. Well, to be honest, that's a lovely thing to know. I just want to be good. Rather than, you know, obviously you want to be the best at anything you can. But as long as we're providing stuff that people enjoy and it's enough for me to crack on and continue, it's great, isn't it? And people will, you know, we've described it before as like ice cream. I can't remember when we first heard this, but some people like vanilla, some people like chocolate, some people like strawberry, some people like them all. So you might like us, you might like another channel, you might like another channel. You might only like them and not us. You might like us and not them. Don't matter. We're all putting different stuff out, and you tune into whoever you want. As long as it's my job, it's not my job to turn you away from other channels. It's my job to turn you towards our channel as well. So yeah, all the best to them as well, and hope we continue to grow as we have been doing. But thank you, Paul, for everything you do in terms of tracking that. I do keep an eye on it. Big up to Mrs. Ramble supporting you with the channel, says Wayne. To the point you're making it your job, mate. We wouldn't be where we are without Mrs. Ramble, I'm afraid. H from Steps, who's look, I'm hoping for a reunion one day, but we'll see. Jimmy, Blades Ramble keeps me going, and you're so level-headed. Brilliant. Keep it going. Thank you, mate. Matlock Blade says, congrats, Jimmy. Fantastic channel and super chuffed to have found the Plat community chat recently. For anyone on the fence about joining, just take the plunge. You won't regret it. Up the Blades, up the Ramble. Thank you, mate. I don't push, or I certainly don't think I push the Platinum chat as much as I maybe should. Maybe John would tell me I should be pushing that a little bit more. I appreciate everybody's circumstances are different. But it is something that obviously I'm very heavily involved in, and I try and offer as many perks to those that go to that level that I can. So thank you to everyone that does. I also appreciate and respect that not everybody can do. So but thank you, Matt Lockblade. I appreciate that, and I'm glad you feel it's good value for you. Dazzler says, busy out delivering, pal. Had to pop in to say huge congratulations to you. Much deserved. Up the Blades, up the Ramble. I'll watch when I get home. Thank you, mate. Mick says, well done, Jimmy. Burnley fan, but still pop in time for you lads to kick on. Time for you lads to kick on now. Thank you, mate. Ian says, late to the party, bloody work. Many congrats, mate. It's to 10K. Thank you, pal. Thank you, my mate. Andy Hamza Smith says, Dave Mode. Charlie, another top Rambler. Congratulations, Jimmy. Well done on reaching 10K. One of the best places to come and make you feel so much better. Up the Ramble, up the Blades. Thank you. Love this retro. Love all the content, Jimmy. You deserve all the plaudits. Well done, Jimmy, on creating a great community. Thank you, Ray. Thank you for being a part of it, mate. Kelv says 10,000 subs and Sheffield United in trouble. Congrats, I think, mate. That's life of being a Sheffield United fan. To be honest, we'll be all right. It's just, you know, I can't. Didn't know it was Christmas Day. Big love, Jimmy lad. I know, mate. I know. Thank you, Dan. Statman Jack with a £10 super chat. 10 for 10, mate. Congratulations. Well deserved. Thanks for the memories and creating a platform for me to make friends and meet fellow Blades fans. Thank you, mate. Thank you for everything you do. Thanks for being a part of it. Jacko's another one of our Platinum Ramblers. Hi, Jimmy. Congrats on 10K. I knew you would do it. Hope you're well. Up the Blades, up the Ramble, up behind the road. Thank you, Kel. I'm good. Thank you. Hope you are too. Rai says, congrats, pal. And all involved makes being on the Blades merry-go-round that bit more bearable. A true reaction channel. Hopefully hear you asking questions in the press conferences soon. Up the Ramble. Not sure about that, pal. To be honest, not sure. I would love to. And I have asked the question. And I understood the answer, even if I didn't agree with it. Maybe one day. Look, I don't mean this in terms of an ITK perspective, but I think we are recognised by the club, and I have done bits with the club that haven't really been spoken about yet, but hopefully one day, and we'll get a little bit closer, and you might see some things happening. There's some things in the works, I think it's probably fair to say. Ian says, Leeds Fan here, the Ramble is the only football channel I subscribe to. Oh, thank you, mate. Proper honest fans reacting and talking about their team is awesome to watch. Great channel, and keep it thriving. Thank you, Ian. Really appreciate that. £10 from Kev O'Connell. Thank you, mate. I know you've already commented, but you don't have to. I really appreciate it, mate. Thank you. Just seen your photo on the Stars X post from Saturday's match. All right. Yeah, I think I did. I had a photo with my girls. Yeah. So I'm Wayne with a £10 super chat as well. Thank you, mate. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I'm not doing this so that people start chucking money towards the Ramble, even though it's very much appreciated. Don't feel like you have to do anything. It's just more to say thank you to everybody that's supported us. The reason the channel is such a success is your character, honesty, and sense of humour, says Lee. You include and encourage everyone and have created a fantastic community of Blades and football fans from other clubs. You should be very proud of it. Thank you, mate. And that's from a man who I call bald and brilliant. So thank you to Bald Lee for your very kind comments, mate. Shaz says, congratulations, Jimmy, on reaching such a great milestone. I remember when you did all the milestones from when you first started. Here's to the next 10K. Thank you, Shaz. Hope you're well. Been a long time, but I know you're a long time supporter of us. I really appreciate it. Dave says, congratulations. Only started this season. You have a great team. Thank you, mate. Who would have thought we'd have been saying that? It were all for so long. It were a one-man band, and I was it. And to be honest, it still is in a lot of ways, but without the personalities that come on, and other people do other bits for me as well. It's like Jamie Dumpling, Lee, Jord, Man Mountain, Dave the Nose, Mark Meldrew, Brett Lewis now, Dave Morwood, people that come on and you know them now. Big Tony. It's brilliant. It gives variety to the channel. So if somebody don't necessarily like listening to me rambling on, they might tune in just for what Man Mountain has to say or what Dave the Nose's sensible thoughts are, rather than me and Man Mountain going at each other about disagreeing, and then Dave the Nose just wipes us both out and says, you're both wrong, and this is what we say. I love the fact that we've got such variety, and obviously my favourite is my dad. So I love it. It is. It's a team effort there, and it really is. It really is. Paul says, special blade show, special blade, Jimmy. Thank you, mate. I'm just a blade, mate. Don't you worry about that. Craig says, well done, top lad. Thank you, Craig. I hope you're good, mate. Dave Morwood, £10 super chat. Well done, Mrs. Ramble. As they say, behind every great man is a great woman. I'm off to find mine. Scott says, don't know whether I'm offended or you're just ignoring my comments, pal. Sorry, mate. I didn't. If I've skipped past it, it's by accident. Anyway, congrats again on 10K. Let me see what you've said, Scott. Let me see what you've said, mate. Because if I've already read, I don't want to keep going. If you've already had a couple, I'll see if I can find it. But it's not as easy on this. Bold and brilliant. That's all. I read your super chat, didn't I? Oh no, that was a different one. Where's your stuff? I'm not sure it's shown up, you know. I'm not sure it's shown up for me. I do apologise, my mate. Let me see if I can see it on the way back now. Scott, here we go. Huge congratulations to you, Jimmy. Amazing work and shows how far you've come. Loving the Retro Kitchen show. Top shows all round and a top bloke to boot. Up the blades, up all the rambles. Thank you, Scott. Apologies I missed that, mate. It's never intentional. It's more user error, as I'm sure you're all used to by now. Okay. I think we'll call it there. We've done nearly an hour. We've rambled on, as we tend to do. Thank you to everybody for everything that you continue to do for this channel. We're not going anywhere. Just a reminder to those that may have not seen it, we've got a couple of new shows in the works now. For the international breaks, we're going to be starting to cover some controversial topics called touchy subjects. So I'll be taking suggestions from Platinum Ramblers as well as to what they think we should be talking about, what topics they think should be covered. And like I said, well, as I'm thinking about it and the ideas are evolving, we maybe get one of each in on either side of the fence, and we can argue about what should happen in each scenario or each controversial topic. And the big one that I'm excited about is the after party. This is going to be where we are live from the hotel after a home win. So it might not be till next year, but we'll see. We'll see. And try and capture that atmosphere as it's happening. Maybe get the odd player on, maybe get a word with the manager. Who knows? But thank you to everybody. 10,000 subscribers. It's absolutely unreal. And it's not lost on me. It's a very proud moment and very humbling for me. Thank you to everybody that's been so generous in the comments, with your comments, and those that have gifted us donations. Johnny says, the Ramble is the glue that holds us together through thick and thin, a testament to our club and community. Laugh and cry together and keep coming back for more. Well deserved by all involved. Absolutely right. Thank you, mate. Alex says, congratulations. And Beast Boy nearly missed it. Well done, Jimmy. Thank you, mate. Thank you to everybody again. But for now, I'll be seeing you anyway. I'll be seeing you, a couple of hours after his press conference. So it won't be long. I've loved this Retro Ramble, by the way. It might have to be a monthly thing on Patreon or something that we do, because I've really enjoyed it. But for now, come on, you red and white wizards. Up there,